Who's ready for our core burner? This is gonna be a fun, spicy 8 minutes of firing up our core. It is gonna be pretty advanced today, but I am going to scale it down for anybody that needs it. So just know, if you're seeing me do these and go over them and you're like, man, this is way too much for me, I need to jump off here, stay on. I'm gonna go over some scaling options. We all had to come back from somewhere. We've all fallen off of our journey. I've had 3 babies, a C-section. I know what it's like to come back. You don't stay fit through a C-section, I promise you guys. So just know, if you have completely fallen off the track and train and you just cannot figure out where to start small. Start at the baby steps, baby steps, and that's okay. Don't beat yourself up when we're just doing little things. Those little things over a long time will make a big difference. So keep joining, keep showing up for yourself, keep just doing those little things like drinking your water in the day or getting your protein in or going on that walk. But this core burner, it is going to be a good one. It's gonna fire up your core big time. And how we're gonna do it, it's gonna be four movements. The 4 movements are going to look like this. The first movement is going to be on our bench, and we're gonna be sitting on our bench. Okay, you guys can see me. So we're gonna be inclined out like this on the edge of our bench. And woo! I want you guys to do just your crunches on the bench. So you are in control of your body. You guys are gonna notice I am not flopping around. I am in control, whether I speed up the tempo or I slow down the tempo. I am in control. My legs aren't flopping. If you guys want to make it harder than having your hands down like this for these, you guys can bring your arms up. It is going to be so much harder. This helps with balance. And I'm not gonna lie, I struggle with my balance. I struggle all the time with the balance. So if it were me, I would keep my hands down here. It's gonna help me a lot. But some of you guys you guys have been gymnasts for years, or you guys don't struggle with balance. Put your hands up. I promise it's gonna make it a little bit harder. So that's the first movement. We're gonna do it for 30 seconds. We're gonna rest 12 seconds. And then we're gonna come into same bench. We're gonna do an incline plank off of our forearms. So you guys, your feet are gonna be above your shoulders in your core. So this is going to get spicy fast. What I want to make sure, your core is tight, your glutes tight, everything's tight. You're not down here. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. You guys, this is more like a handstand pike position. I want you guys out into that plank position where your body is nice and solid like a board. There's no break in your hip. There's no break in anywhere. Your body's nice and tight. It's just slanted like this. Instead of being tight like this, your feet are elevated. It's gonna make it a lot harder really fast. So we're gonna hold that for 30 seconds. If you can't hold that, guess what? Come to the ground. Come to the ground and hold this. I want you guys to stay nice and tight though. I don't want you guys raising those butts. I don't want those saggy butts. I want you just on those forearms and holding that body nice and tight. Tight. Everything is tight for this whole 30 seconds that we're holding that. So that's going to be the movement. The second movement, third movement, we're gonna work our obliques. We're gonna do this on our side. So, woo! So what we're gonna do here, you guys can't see my head. Sorry, I'm really bad with angles in this camera. Okay, we're gonna come here. Our feet are elevated. We're holding this on our shoulder. And we're holding those hips up. Our hips are not saggy. My hips are up. My hips are pushing up. You're gonna feel the burn big time in here. So you're just gonna hold this the whole 30 seconds. 12 seconds to rest, and we're gonna turn. And I want you guys to remember, our hips are not sagging. Our hips are up, nice and tight. And you're just gonna stack your body over your shoulder. So if you guys can't quite do this yet, that's okay. Remember, We can do these from the ground like this. And if this is hard, you guys can bring your foot in front of. If the balance part is hard and you can't stack your feet, bring this foot in front of. It's gonna help you. You can put it behind. It's gonna help you. But if you can keep it up here, keep it up there. It's gonna make it harder. But listen up. I know some people can't lift their body yet. I know some people cannot do the planks yet. You guys can't do the side plank, you can't do the front plank. If that's you, guess what? I want you guys to use the bench for more help than anything. I want you guys to come up on the bench and do it like this. This is gonna take a lot of stress off our core. A lot of stress off our core. And believe it or not, you're gonna get you're gonna be feeling it just as much as the rest of us, because working hard is going to be a very, very, very relative term. Working hard for someone just starting and working hard for someone that's been working out for years and years is different. It's gonna take a different amount of activity to get this person's heart rate to the same as this person's heart rate. It's gonna be very different. So just know it's okay to scale the movements and do something different. Your heart rate, because you're more out of shape, is going to get elevated just as much as my heart rate. So you guys, it's okay to do this. Just make sure that body's tight. We don't want these hips down here. We don't want to be like this. We don't want to be like this. Nothing is breaking that board plane. So you're not hinging from the hip, nowhere. We're holding this. If you guys can't quite do that, come up to something higher and you guys can hold it up there, like a countertop. I'm okay with that. But those are the 4 movements, and if you guys can't use the bench to do that first movement, those crunches I did, you guys can do those from the ground. Don't forget, that's even, I forgot to show you the scaling option. That one you guys can also do from the ground, and you guys can do them just like this. I don't care if you guys even just hold this. That's awesome. If you guys want to hold nice and up, that's gonna be hard, but do that. So the 4 movements are gonna be the inclined crunches that I showed you guys, the inclined plank, the inclined side plank, and then the other side plank. And it's gonna be 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. That's 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, 4 full, 3 rounds through. So 12 total times. So when you guys are setting up your WOD timer, you're gonna do it like this. You're gonna go to Tabata, you're gonna hit 12 rounds, you're gonna do 30 seconds of work, 12 seconds of rest, and you're gonna hit start. It's gonna tell you it's 8 minutes and 12 seconds long, and you're gonna go for it. And it'll tell you when you're halfway done, it'll tell you when you're done, but that's what I want you guys to do. Let me know how it goes, comment with how it goes. I'm about to do it here in a little bit, and I'll see you guys tonight on the webinar with everybody.